In this recording, we're going to cover how to give information back to the user. So we had at the end of last, we had something like favorite number equals 2, and I'm going to suppress that output, and name equals Joseph. All right. Oops, I should have suppressed that. Sorry. So now I have a favorite number and I have name stored up here. To display information back, I'm going to clear all this out clear the command window using CLC. I can use a function called display, but display has sort of one downfall, and that is that display will only show, or display will only output one piece of information at a time. It will display my favorite number, or it will display my name. There's no difference between asking it to display textual information and having it display a number. You could also say display 2 or display Joseph. And this is really where we're going to go now, because let's say I wanted to give the user a string that says your name is Joseph and your favorite number is 2. Okay, so this is the string that I would like to show the user, but I'd like to do it using, again, that concept of abstraction that we talked about using name and favnum. So I can have a temp string equals, and now I'm going to assemble an array. So open bracket, close bracket. The first part, your name is, and then comma. The second part, which is Joseph, so name, comma. The third part, and your favorite number is, paste, apostrophe, comma, and then favorite num, or favnum, copy, paste, and then the last part, which was just the period. So this is exactly like entering any other array. We have the first piece, comma, the second piece, comma, the third piece, oops, and there we go, comma, the fourth piece, comma, the fifth piece. Okay, all wrapped up in brackets, open bracket, close bracket, and I'm going to press enter. Now I have a problem. Your name is Joseph and your favorite number is square. Well, that doesn't really work for me. So now what we have to do is we have to talk about the types of information that we're assembling right here. We have a character or string. We have, again, a character variable right here with name. There we go. It's a string or a character array. Then we have a string or a character set, and then here we have favorite num. Favnum is, well, it's a double, so it's a number. So we actually need to turn that into a string or a character array in order to combine it with all of this textual character or string information. So the way we're going to do that is I'm going to press the up arrow, and over here where I was dealing with favnum, I'm actually going to pass this value into a function. I have a number and I need a string. So I'm going to use a function called num2string, which simply takes a number and turns it into a string. That's it. That's all this does. And now when I press enter, I have the exact same string that I had hoped for up here. Your name is Joseph and your favorite number is 2. But this is, again, a dirty way to output information. I defined that all of this information from right to left is going to be stored into temp string. I did not suppress the output here at the end using a semicolon, so this was just dumped into the command window. So if I say CLC, I can then display temp underscore string, and I get the string back that I wanted. So with the display statement, we can only display one thing at one time. So the last part of this is the following. I built temp string and then I displayed temp string. Well, I can also do this. Let's get rid of this entire temp string equals. Now I have the array. I'm going to type display, or DISP, open parentheses at the end, close parentheses, press enter, and now I have the same exact thing. So here I built and I said temp string equals something, and I defined temp string, and then I displayed temp string. Here I have built temp string, and I have displayed what I have built. This, for most of you, is the first time you have accomplished something in programming called nesting. So for those that have programmed before, this isn't truly what nesting is, but for those of you that haven't, you're nesting an action inside of defining what it is that you're passing to the display function. So there you go. In our next video, or our next tutorial, we're going to be covering a different way to output information back to the user. But I would urge you to play with display, play with different types of information. If it's a number, remember you need to use num to string in order to combine it in line. You can break these up with commas, or as we talked about before, you can also break them up with these pieces of information. You can break them up with spaces. So till next time.